This is where I would put in those effects that most YouTubers have, but I'm just going to have to do it with my head because I can't be bothered and never do on this channel. Welcome, like, and subscribe. So crazy. What's so crazy, you ask? Well, I have made the exact same mistake that I did in Melbourne, and I have forgotten to advertise my shows in Sydney. So, if you want to come down for a good old yuck as well as to stare at the wall at night and think, my God, meaningless existence, mumbling yourself to that until you go into an insane asylum, and then you can think about that for the rest of your life after you watch this show. I guarantee it. I think that if you watch this show, there is going to be revelations that you have that you will never be able to shake off. It is a tale as old as Rome. It kind of just talks about how the blueprint of society never changes. That's right, your life is meaningless. Now, let's move on to how you can improve yours, because this is a self-help channel. We'll go into this, but this is Nutzerino. Nice little Spanish influence there. You like that? That comes on the single of Jordan Shanks' hits, such as My Girlfriend and You're a Loser and You Suck. Very, very motivational stuff, especially for, I'm assuming, a lot of girlfriendless 20-year-olds. Here, look at this. I want to convince you to start meditating because I know that you probably don't. I always forget to. I know. Sometimes I'm just like you. I get it. Okay? Not all the way like you. I'm sure that you do a lot of fucked things in your time, like, I bought a Hello Kitty bag because I like to sneak inside it. And then I like to look up at people and wait for a little child to come over. Yeah, Hello Kitty bag. And then I like to pop out, peekaboo, ah! And they always run away from me. What the fuck was that? Sorry, we're supposed to be talking about meditation. So, you want to avoid more of those things in life? There is something that you can do that would be more beneficial to your sanity than meditation. You know, I'm always saying it, I'm always getting shit for it online, but I will defend it till the day I die. People always say, when I say, depression and anxiety are really overdiagnosed in our Western culture where a pill is an answer to everything. I truly do stand by that. I think that that is the prevalent influence of social media and having a bunch of parents that just told us that we're very special and unique, and then we're just like, hey, I've been doing the keyboard for 3 months. Why aren't I touring the world with a little piano tie that says my name in the piano keys? Maybe because you're shit. But that is something that I will defend. I will defend it. I don't care how much hate I get. That's right. Come at me, haters. I think that it is overdiagnosed. I've got no proof for it. Actually, I do have a lot of proof. It's just, it's so prevalent in medical journals. It is overdiagnosed. And then people always come back to me and say, because I give an example, you should be doing these things, and they're just like, you're just telling me just to smile. And it's like, no, I'm not telling you just that. I'm saying that a lot of the time doing mental hygiene as opposed to mental health, like the basics, that's going to improve your life. It's going to get you back to a state of being happy that you are alive. So why not try it when it's free and doesn't fuck with your head permanently? Not everything in life has to be, I feel a slight headache. I still feel it. Oh no, I've overdosed on Panadol. There are other alternatives that are as ancient as Rome. You can check it out at my live show, but I don't actually talk about this, but let's just go through this. Look at the stats when it comes to meditation. 60% of the time, 60%, or I don't know why I coughed that up like I had fish in my throat being like, hit me. 2/3 of those prone to anxiety managed to reduce their anxiety levels when they started meditating once a day. You sold yet? No, because you're just going to stick to your, frankly, very infantile views. All right, let's move on to another one. Coronary disease, a reduce of 87% in people that meditate as opposed to those that don't meditate. When it comes to insomnia, you can't sleep at night? Meditate! You know what? Have you ever done this before? Probably not. This sounds like an exclusive me thing, but we can all relate to this, right? Have you ever gone through the Qantas channels on your little headphones because you're waiting for the television screen to go, and for some reason they still have radio stations, and it goes on to the, hey, this is a little meditation guide for little shits that can't go to sleep, and instead of putting the iPad on, we have this meditation option that I'm sure no parent has ever used. But I used it. Guess what? You're out like a light every time. You meditate while you're in bed. You sit there and you practice the meditation practices. Look at the results speak for itself. 75% of the time, you're going to go to sleep. That's pretty useful instead of just staring up at the ceiling thinking, I shouldn't have had 7 coffees today. Meditation can reduce wake time with people with insomnia by 50%. Okay, well, that's, I don't know what the difference is between those two, so I'm just going to move on very quickly. I don't know why I sounded so certain about something I don't know anything about. But meditation can lower your blood pressure by 80% as well. Here's the big one. Here's the really big one, though. Okay? You write this one down so you remember it, because when you write things down, you are 50% more likely to remember it, which is very interesting because guess what it's linked to? Increasing your grey matter. Meditation makes you more intelligent. For doing nothing. You are sitting on your ass, literally trying to do nothing for 20 minutes. Actually, you're supposed to do it for half an hour, but still. Probably if you just do it for 20 minutes, you're gonna get smarter. Conversely, what makes you dumb? TikTok. Something happening every second of you bad message. Watch me dance. 16-year-old doing little booty moves. Yeah. This is so much better. Imagine if you replace, because this is something that I'm going to do an entire show on, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to turn this into a moving, travelling caravan, and I'm going to have a bunch of gypsies follow me around, and I'm not even going to put out those freak show bearded ladies and midgets that I've all got out in cages that I make the gypsies feed and whip. That's all just going to be for my personal amusement, but it's going to be so I can go around the country and tour about how bad social media is. I'm just going to compile a huge data entry point and then just tour around saying this is terrible for you, right? But this is another part of it. Guess what decreases your grey matter? TikTok. Guess how long the average Australian spends on TikTok? 26 minutes. Guess what if you spent, I don't know, half, close to a third of that time doing, you would get more intelligent if you did nothing. If you sat down and tried to eliminate the thoughts in your head, you would get more intelligent. Now, people always ask me, how do I meditate? Well, I've got a very convenient video that I've already done on that, so I am not going to mention it here again, but there is ample resources out there for you to do it, but the main drive of what you're trying to do, these are the 3 things that I want you to focus on. I want you to focus, ironically, on 3 things that you can hear and 3 things that you can kind of feel, like it's just like, I don't know, your jacket and pants if you wear them, if you're into that kind of thing. Maybe you walk out all the time and get arrested for a decent exposure, and if you do, good on you, fight the power, man. Yeah, that's what you should be doing with your life, though. You should be meditating, all of those benefits. And here's the other one. This is a really big one. This is huge. The ability to focus for the rest of the day because you have peace of mind. The thing that you are constantly searching for on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter, on the most used of them all, MSN, and yet you're never going to get it from them, are you? It's all designed to make it feel like, yeah, you're going to get exactly what you want next time. And, oh, no, not again. It's just endlessly chasing the dragon. They have just hyper-digitized chasing the dragon on heroin. You will never get that sensation. But then when you meditate for 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, what you get is the realization at the beginning of the day that, oh, I don't need anything to be happy. Nothing. You need to remind yourself of that every single day. That's why you got to start meditating. In fact, can you please do that? As soon as this video finishes, please just sit down, turn off all of your social media for just 10 minutes and meditate. Let your thoughts go where they are. If you can't turn your thoughts off, just remember this little trick. It's okay that I'm having these thoughts. It's okay. Just like it was okay to not vote for gay marriage. Anyway, make sure that you sign up to Jordan Shanks. That was their slogan. Make sure you sign up to Jordan Shanks because I have a bunch of tricks and a bunch of reminders like that. Like that. That is something that you need to do every day. And yet, I can almost guarantee that you're not doing it because final little stat bomb, bam, is that 10% of women do it, allegedly. Like 10% of women cheat, but 50% of men cheat. Am I right? They're not fucking each other. But then 5% of men do it. So if you want to be in the top 5% of men, that's what you do. You just do nothing for a few minutes a day. But you need someone to constantly remind you of these things. You need someone to remind you of the basics, otherwise you slip away from them. The reason I do these videos is because I'm reminding myself of the basics. So if you want somebody to remind you of the basics and give you all of these strategies and tips of how to just become the ultimate alpha after you have meditated, which is what you get from Jordan Shanks, you sign up to Jordan Shanks for 2 extra videos a week, chock filled with incredible, insightful information. And I know that it sounds like it's a big oversell. And let me just say, no, I was going to say something disparaging about myself, but I truly do believe in this product. I believe in it. I believe in the power of self-help. Self-help brought me from an absolute nobody to being a guy that fucks with Australian federal politics. So I'm one of the richest nations on earth. You know what brought me there? My team that does most of my work, and I just am the pretty fish. But also, before all of that shit, like before we were at the position that we could pump out more content than Media Watch does and does their job better than them, guess who brought me there? Tony Robbins and 300 other self-help gurus. And it was just inundating myself with that, constantly reminding myself against all the rejection that I saw in the outside world. No, one day my time will come if I just keep practicing the basics. I think I can. And then eventually I came. So make sure that you sign up to that. I'll see you next time though. Thank you. And just subscribe and like this video. Bye.